you doing?
Fabulous
Good.
performance.
Oh, thank you.
How difficult was it to play a computer program?
It wasn't actually that difficult as such. It was quite easy. It was so well written. You know, the concept behind the character was so full that it wasn't really a matter of difficult or hard, or, you know, for me there wasn't even a moment's thought of those sort of things. It was just grabbing it and running with it, you know. The main problem I had, I suppose, if you call it that, is developing the 183 different people, you know, actually finding who they were, and then through a kind of like, you know, false genetics type of situation, seeing where they all crossed over.
You know, when I was watching you, it was incredible. The amount, I couldn't tell the difference between your movements and the special effects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were times when you would twitch here and there, and or your eyes would do something very, very computerish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, how long did that
But some
take?
of those things aren't. Some of those things are actually me doing a bit of gurning. Yeah, that had to do with a very close relationship between John Townley, the effects supervisor, and myself and Brett, you know, because he could explain things to me so I could understand what he required, and then make all those things a little bit more perhaps interesting by being technically correct and repeating for them the amount of times that they need things repeated and stuff. Like when the hand gets regenerated, you know, instead of just lifting it up, I kind of sort of twist it, but I did it over and over again at the same thing. So even though they were like, oh dear, that's going to be a bit difficult, they were really excited that it was going to be difficult because they can actually unfold the hand as opposed to just lifting it straight up, you know. And for little computer dweebs who are sitting there having to like program these things, that's, you know, adds to their day.
So is it choreographed?
Mm-hmm. A lot of the computer movement is, yeah, has to be. Because they need very specific things for it to be developed from that point on. They've got to do, you know, sometimes dozens of passes of the same thing so it can be layered.
Was it fun at all?
Oh, it was fun all the time. Every day, just playing that character on that movie. The relationship between the cast members, you know, Denzel and Kelly Lynch, Stephen Spinella, Louise Fletcher, the relationship with Brett Leonard, who is an incredibly open and collaborative director, you know, who sets a great platform for his performers, and he's a very strong and organized captain of his ship. So every day you know that you're going to be doing stuff that you're going to be, you know, having fun with, because he's going to allow you that space.
Now, watching it, I got a little nervous because I can see, I'm a paranoid person,
Mm-hmm.
and I could see 50 years from now something like this happening.
4 years from now.
You
That's
think
when
that
it's going to be happening. Yeah. I mean, you know, society is directing itself in this way. I mean, it's very much an allegorical tale here. We're not discussing something that is a future time which is just outrageously ridiculous or whatever. All the technologies that are used in the film are based on reality. You know, Brett's view of the future, where it's not shiny and clean and everybody's smart and clever, you know, it's basically pretty much the same. It's just the streets are even dirtier than they are now, you know, and people are even more dysfunctional. You know, that's where our society is heading. It'll take a great deal of very rapid social change in order for us to get away from, you know, what the movie says our future is going to be.
One last quick question. Will Sid come back?
One never knows. He got pretty well squashed, but you never know, do you?
Thank you very much.
Cheers.